everybody, today we will crochet this lacy chevron scarf. It is a 2-row repeat and very easy to make. It has a shell border and we can attach pockets if we want. Wear this zigzag pocket shawl as a wrap in any weather. This is a step-by-step beginner friendly tutorial. Hello and welcome to Let's All Crochet. Thank you for clicking on this video. I hope you enjoy. To crochet this pocket shawl, we are going to need 2 to 3 skeins of any fine weight or weight 2 yarn. This is the yarn that I am using. It is from Ice Yarns. This yarn is called Cakes Baby Fine. It is 100% premium acrylic yarn. In 100 grams, there are 360 meters of yarn. It is a fine weight yarn. The shade of this is 61142. Begin with a slip knot. We can make this however we want. So I'm going to take the tail end and loop it over the working end like this. Then I'm going to take the tail end and go below this loop to form a pretzel shape. I'm going to catch the second loop in my crochet hook carefully and pull it out. So this is the slip knot. Now take the smaller end and tug on it. So we have tightened it. So now let's begin our chain. I'm going to chain 65. So if you want your scarf to be broader, you can add 20 more chains. If you want it to be narrower, you will subtract 20 chains. So I am going to chain 65. To chain, we are going to take the hook and go below the yarn. Catch the yarn in the hook and pull it through this loop. So this is our first chain. Yarn over and pull it through. Second chain. Yarn over and pull it through. Third chain. Yarn over and pull it through. So in the same way, we're just going to continue making chains till we have 65 in all. So I will meet you once we finish. So I have finished chaining 65. Now we are going to begin row 1. Double crochet in the 4th chain from the hook. So the loop on the hook does not count as a chain. This is our first chain. This is our second chain. This is our third chain and this is our 4th chain. So we are going to double crochet in this 4th chain. To double crochet, we will yarn over first, then go into the top loop of the chain, yarn over and pull through. We have 3 loops on our hook. We are going to yarn over and pull through 2, yarn over and pull through the last 2. So now we are going to begin the repeat pattern for this row. I will explain to you what that means. Now we are going to skip the next chain and double crochet in the next chain. So we can see that we have worked in this chain. We're going to skip this next chain and in this next chain make a double crochet again, yarn over, insert your hook into the chain, yarn over and pull through, yarn over and pull through 2, yarn over and pull through 2. So now we are going to do the same thing again. Skip this next chain and double crochet in the next chain. We are going to skip this and double crochet in this. Double crochet in the next 5 chains. So this is our next chain. Yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over, pull through, yarn over and pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Double crochet in the next chain. This is our second double crochet. We are going to double crochet in the next chain. Our third, this is our 4th now. And this is our 5th double crochet. So after we make 5 double crochet, in this next chain, we are going to make 5 double crochet all in the same chain. So find the next chain and then yarn over, insert your hook into it, make your first double crochet. I'm going to yarn over, Go back to the same chain that we had worked into like this. Make the second double crochet. Yarn over, go back to the same chain. We will make a third double crochet. Yarn over, go back to the same chain, a fourth double crochet. Yarn over, go back to the same chain and a fifth double crochet. So the chain will tend to stretch out a bit, and that's okay. So after these 5 double crochet in this chain, beginning from this next chain, we are going to make 6 double crochet, 1 in each chain. So in this next chain, make 1 double crochet. In the next chain, a second. In the next chain, a third double crochet. In the next chain, a fourth. In the next chain, a fifth double crochet and a sixth and last double crochet. So after this, we are going to skip the next chain, double crochet in the next. So yarn over and double crochet. We're going to again skip this next chain and double crochet in the next chain. So we have worked in this chain, skip the next, double crochet in the next. And this is the end of our repeat pattern. So let's start repeating from the start again. We're going to repeat this pattern 2 more times or till the last double crochet. So let's do it together once. So let's repeat the pattern now. We're going to skip the next chain, double crochet in the next chain. Skip the next chain and double crochet in the next chain. Now we are going to double crochet in the next 5 chains. So in the next chain, 1, in the next chain, 2, in the next chain, 3, in the next chain, 4, and in the next chain, 5. In the next chain, we are going to make 5 double crochet all in the same chain. So we have worked in this chain last, and this is our next chain. We are going to make 1 double crochet, 2, this is the same chain, 3. So if we want, we can just hold the bottom of the chain like this, so it's easier to work into. This is my 4th and my last or 5th double crochet. So beginning from the next chain, in the next 6, we are going to make double crochets. Make 1 double crochet in this next chain, 1 double crochet in the next, a third, 4th, 5th and 6th. Now we are going to skip 1 chain, double crochet in the next, skip the next chain and double crochet in the next. We have finished our repeat pattern. You can see the zigzag pattern is beginning to form. Now for the last part of the chain, we are just going to repeat the same pattern. So start from the beginning of the repeat until the end. I will meet you once you finish. So after the repeat, I have only 1 chain left. I'm going to make a double crochet in this last chain. This is my slip knot. In this last V that we see, make a double crochet. Now this is the end of row 1. At the end of the row, if we count our stitches or we count the V's that we see, we are going to have 63. Let's go to row 2. Chain 3. So yarn over and pull through once, 2 times and 3 times. Now this is going to be our first double crochet. We're going to turn our work. So because this chain 3 is counting as a double crochet, we're not going to work into this first double crochet that we see. Go to the second stitch. Now we are going to work into the top V. So yarn over and insert your hook below both the loops of the V. Yarn over and pull through, yarn over and pull through 2, yarn over and pull through 2. So we have made a double crochet in the second stitch. Now we are going to begin the repeat pattern of row 2. So we are going to skip the third stitch and in the next stitch make a double crochet. So yarn over and into the top of the stitch, go below both the loops of the V, make a double crochet. After that, we are going to skip the next stitch and double crochet in the next. So now we will chain 1. Skip the next stitch and double crochet in the next stitch. Remember to work below both the loops of the V. We are going to do this again. We are going to chain 1, skip the next stitch, double crochet in the next stitch. And we are going to do it again. So we are going to chain 1, skip the next stitch, and in the next stitch we are going to make a double crochet. This is the top of our peak and we are going to work in the same stitch now. So we are going to chain 1, go back to the same stitch and make a double crochet. Do it again. We are going to chain 1, go back to the same stitch and make a double crochet. So now we are going to chain 1, skip the next stitch and double crochet in the next stitch. We're going to do this 2 more times. So chain 1, skip the next stitch, double crochet in the next stitch. We're going to chain 1, skip the next stitch and double crochet in the next stitch. So now we are going to skip the next stitch and double crochet in the next stitch. So we have not made a chain 1 stitch. We're going to do this again. Skip the next stitch and double crochet in the next stitch. And this is the end of our repeat pattern. So from the start of the repeat pattern, we're going to repeat this to the end 2 more times. So let's do it 1 more time together, and the last time you can do it on your own. So we're going to skip the next stitch and double crochet in the next stitch. Skip the next stitch and double crochet in the next stitch. And now we are going to begin our chain 1, then skip the next stitch and double crochet in the next. We're going to do it 1 more time. Chain 1, skip the next stitch, double crochet in the next. And 1 more time. Chain 1, skip the next stitch and double crochet in the next. So now we have reached the top of the peak. We're going to chain 1, double crochet in the same stitch. Chain 1 and double crochet in the same stitch. So we have finished the top of the peak and we are moving into this side. So we are going to chain 1, skip the next stitch, double crochet into the next. Chain 1, skip the next stitch, double crochet into the next. Chain 1, skip the next stitch, double crochet into the next. So after the peak, we have made chain 1, skip the next and double crochet into the next 3 times in all. And now we are going to skip the next double crochet into the next. We are going to do that again. Skip the next double crochet and double crochet into the next. And this is the end of our repeat. So let's do this one more time till we reach the last stitch. So after my last repeat, I have only my chain 3 stitch left. So you can see I have ended my last repeat here. And this chain 3 counts as a stitch. So this is my first chain, this is my second chain, and this is my third chain. In this third chain, we are going to make a double crochet. So let's do it together. Yarn over, insert your hook into the third chain. I'm going below 2 loops. So make sure you enter the third chain. Then we're going to yarn over and pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over and pull through 2. This is the end of row 2. From now on, the stitch count in all the rows will remain the same. So if we like, we can count or we can just match the stitch pattern. So remember that all the chain 1 spaces are going to count as a stitch. Let's go to row 3. Begin row 3 with a chain 3. 1, 2, 3. Turn the work. This chain 3 is going to count as our first double crochet of this row. So we're not going to work into this first double crochet. We're going to go to the second double crochet and make a double crochet in it. So yarn over, insert your hook below both the loops of the V of the second double crochet and make your double crochet. So now we are going to begin the repeat pattern for this row. The repeat pattern for this row is going to be the same as this first row. So let's do it together. We're going to skip the next stitch and double crochet in the next stitch. You can see we have worked in this stitch, skip the next, double crochet into the next. So we're going to skip the next stitch, which is a chain 1 stitch, and double crochet into the next. Now we will double crochet into the next 5 stitches. So all the chain 1 stitches are going to count as a stitch. So in this chain 1 space, we will just insert our hook like this and make a double crochet. Now we have come to the double crochet, make a double crochet. So this is our second double crochet. Let's make our third double crochet in this chain 1 space. Our fourth double crochet into the next double crochet and our fifth double crochet in the chain 1 space. And now we have reached the peak. So we are going to make 5 double crochet all in the same stitch. So you can see we have worked in this chain space last, and this is our peak. So make the first double crochet, yarn over, go back to the same stitch, make the second, yarn over, go back, third, yarn over, go back fourth, and yarn over, go back, and 5 all in the same stitch. After this, we are going to double crochet in the next 6. So next is a chain 1 space. Insert your hook into the space, make a double crochet, 1, double crochet into the double crochet, 2, double crochet into the chain 1 space, 3, double crochet into the double crochet, 4, double crochet into the chain 1 space, 5, and double crochet into the double crochet, 6. Now we are going to skip the next stitch, which is a chain 1 space, and double crochet into the next double crochet. Skip the next stitch, which is this double crochet, and double crochet into the next double crochet. So this is the end of our repeat. We are going to do this 2 more times till we reach our last double crochet. So let's do it once more together. So we're going to skip the next stitch, double crochet into the next. Skip the next stitch, which is a chain 1 space, double crochet into the next. Now we are going to double crochet into the next 5. So our chain 1 space is 1, our double crochet is 2, our chain 1 space here is 3, our double crochet is 4, our chain 1 space is 5. And after this, we have reached the peak where we are going to make 5 double crochet in the same stitch. So in this next double crochet, we are going to make 5. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Now we are going to continue from the next stitch and make 1 double crochet in the next 6. So next is a chain 1 space. We are going to go into the space 1. Next is a double crochet 2. Next is a chain 1 space 3. Next is a double crochet 4. Next is a chain 1 space 5. And next is a double crochet, which is 6. So now we are going to skip the next stitch, which is a chain 1 stitch, and double crochet into the next stitch, which is a double crochet. We are going to skip the next stitch, which is a double crochet, and double crochet into the next stitch. This is the end of our repeat. We are going to do this one more time till we reach the last stitch, and I will meet you there. So I finished the repeat, and at the end I have only my chain 3 stitch left. This is my first chain, my second chain and my third chain. In the third chain we are going to make a double crochet. So make sure you go into the third chain and make your double crochet. This is the end of the row. So for the rest of the scarf we are just going to repeat row 2 and row 3 for pattern. So you will make row 2 next, then row 3, row 2, then row 3. Continue till you have about 62 to 64 inches in length. So I will meet you once we finish. I have finished all my rows and my scarf measures about 62 inches in length. So you can decide how long you want it to be. Wrap it around your neck and check the fit before we begin with the border. Once we decide we like the length, we are going to begin the single crochet border. So this is where we have ended our last row. We are going to start single crochets in this direction first. So this is the end of my last row and we are going to start the single crochets in this direction, which is along the long border. Just going to continue with the border, we are going to chain 1. And now we are going to make a single crochet in the space here. So insert your hook, yarn over and pull through. We have 2 loops on our hook. We are going to yarn over and pull through both. In the same space, we are going to make 1 more single crochet. So insert your hook, yarn over and pull through. We have 2 loops, yarn over and pull through both. So at the side of the first row, we have made 2 single crochet. This is the second row. In the side here of the second row, we are going to make 2 single crochet again. So insert your hook, yarn over, pull through, yarn over and pull through both. Insert your hook into the same space, yarn over, pull through, yarn over and pull through both. So I am going to make 2 single crochet at the side of every row. You can arrange the single crochet however you want. So I will meet you once we finish this entire side. So I'm just going to keep making 2 single crochet at the side of every row and meet you at the end. So I've finished the border along the entire long side and I have reached the short or the zigzag side. So I've made 2 single crochet in this last row and now I have reached the slip knot or this corner stitch. So into the same stitch as the slip knot or the corner stitch, we are going to make 2 single crochet. So insert your hook, yarn over, pull through, yarn over and pull through 2. Go back to the same space, insert your hook and make 1 more single crochet. Now just tug on the slip knot to tighten the stitch. Now we are going to go along the short side or the zigzag side. So we are going to work along the zigzag side. In this next stitch, we are going to work into this chain at the bottom. So this is a double crochet. At the bottom of it, you will see a small gap. Insert your hook and make a single crochet. So now we are going to begin our shell pattern. We are going to skip 2 stitches. So this is the chain that we had skipped. We are going to skip the next. And in this next chain, we are going to make a shell. So after we skip 2 stitches into the next chain, we are going to insert a hook. So I have gone below 2 loops of the chain. And we are going to make a double crochet. Yarn over, go back to the same space and make 1 more double crochet. A third double crochet in the same space. A fourth and a fifth double crochet, all in the same space. So we have finished 1 shell. Now we are going to skip the next 2. So skip this and skip this. And in this next chain, we are going to make a single crochet. Now going to repeat this pattern till the end of the side. Skip 2 stitches and in the next stitch, we are going to make a shell stitch, which is 5 double crochet in the same stitch, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Now we are going to skip 2 stitches and make a single crochet. So this is our next stitch, this is our next stitch. We are going to skip these 2 and in the very next stitch, we are going to make a single crochet. So this is going to be a pattern till the end of this side. We are going to skip 2 stitches. Okay, we have worked here. Skip the next chain, skip the next chain. In this next chain, we are going to make a shell. So yarn over, make 5 double crochet, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Now we are going to skip the next 2. So we are going to skip this chain. Now this is a skip chain. We will skip this chain and in the next stitch we will make a single crochet. Now continue in the same way till the end of this side. So remember, we have skipped some chains and we are going to take all of them into account when we are working this pattern. I will meet you at the end of this side. So I have reached the end of the side and I have only my turning chain left. So this is my last stitch. Here we are going to make 2 single crochet. So you can adjust this last bit. If you have an extra stitch, make a single crochet in it. If you have a few less stitches, you will just make 2 single crochet directly in the corner stitch after the shell. So I'm going to insert my hook below 2 loops of the chain, make 1 single crochet, go back to the same chain and make 2 single crochet. Now we are going to turn our work and start working 2 single crochet at the side of every row, just like the other side. So I'm just going to start. In this first row, we will make 1 and 2. This is the next row, make 2 single crochet. So continue till you finish this side. So I've finished making single crochet on the long side and reached the zigzag side again. So let's work it together. So I've made 2 single crochet at the side of the last row and this is my corner stitch. So I'm going to make 2 single crochet in it. 1, go back to the same and 2. Exactly like the other side, in the next stitch we are going to make a single crochet. And now we are going to begin our repeat for the shell. So we are going to skip the next 2 stitches and in the next stitch we will make a shell. That is 5 double crochet in the same stitch. So this is my first double crochet, 2, 3, 4 and 5. After this, we are going to skip the next 2 stitches and in the next stitch make a single crochet. We are going to continue repeating this pattern. Skip 2 stitches in the next stitch, make a shell, skip 2 stitches in the next stitch, make a single crochet. On this side it is very easy. We can see all our stitches and we don't have to worry about any skip stitches. We reached the end of this side and that is the end of this entire round. So we are going to join by a slip stitch to this first single crochet of the round. So if you have any extra stitch left, you can single crochet in it, and if you have a few less stitches, you can just skip those and join by a slip stitch to the first single crochet. Now you can see this is the first single crochet we made. Here is our chain 1 stitch. So insert your hook below both the loops of the V of the first single crochet, yarn over and pull through, and then pull through the loop on the hook. Now we are going to cut the yarn. We are going to leave about 4 to 5 inches and cut the yarn. Pull out a loop by tugging on the hook. We are going to weave this yarn end in, but on the wrong side or the other side. So not on the right side, we will turn our work and weave it on the wrong side. We are going to take the tapestry needle and insert it into the next stitch like this. So now our yarn has come to the back of our work and now we will weave it in. Take the tapestry needle and we are going to go 3 to 4 times in the opposite direction with it. So don't go to the front of the work, just keep it to the back of the work. You can just go in any direction. We are going to go till we are sure the yarn is firmly weaved in, and then we will cut it off. Even all the remaining ends on the wrong side. If you like, you can make some pockets for your scarf. So I have already made one. Let's make the other one together. We're going to begin with a slip knot and we can make this however we want. We are going to chain 27. So yarn over and pull through 1, 2, 3, 4. Continue till you have 27. Row 1. We are going to double crochet in the 4th chain from the hook. The loop on the hook is not a chain. Skip the 1st, 2nd and 3rd chain and in this 4th chain make a double crochet. We are going to double crochet in the next chain as well. And now we are going to begin the repeat pattern. So now we are going to begin the repeat pattern, which is the same as row 1 of the shawl. So we are going to skip the next chain, double crochet in the next chain. We are going to skip the next chain, double crochet in the next chain. Now we are going to double crochet in the next 5 chains. 2, 3, 4 and 5. So now we have reached our peak and we are going to make 5 double crochet in this next chain. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Now we are going to double crochet in the next 6 chains, 1 in each. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. After this, we are going to skip the next chain and double crochet in the next. Again, we are going to skip this next chain and double crochet in the next. So now we are going to have 2 chains left. So up till now, we repeated the same as row 1. At the end we have 2 chains left, so we are going to double crochet in the second last chain and double crochet in the last chain. So you will notice that the repeat pattern on the center is the same and the start and the end is a little different. Row 2. Begin with a chain 3. This is our first double crochet and we are going to turn our work. So we are not going to work into this first stitch. We are going to the second stitch and we are going to make a double crochet, working below both the loops of the V. Now we are going to go to the third stitch and make a double crochet in it as well. And now we are going to begin the repeat pattern, which is the same as the scarf. So we are going to repeat the repeat pattern of row 2. So we are going to skip the next chain, double crochet in the next. Skip the next chain, double crochet in the next. We are going to chain 1, skip the next stitch, double crochet in the next. Repeat this 2 more times. We are going to chain 1 again, skip the next, double crochet in the next, chain 1, skip the next and double crochet in this next. Now this is the peak, so we are going to work into this stitch again. So we are going to chain 1, go back to the same stitch, make a double crochet, chain 1, go back to the same stitch, make a double crochet. Now we are going to continue down this side. So we are going to chain 1, skip the next stitch, double crochet in the next. Repeat this 2 more times. So chain 1, skip the next, double crochet in the next, chain 1, skip the next, and double crochet in the next. After this, we are going to skip the next, double crochet in the next. There's no chain 1. Skip the next and double crochet in the next. So we have finished the entire repeat, and at the end we have a double crochet and a chain 3. So make a double crochet in this double crochet, and in the chain 3, in this third chain, we are going to make a double crochet. This is the end of row 2. We are going to chain 3 and turn our work for row 3. So 1, 2, 3. Turn the work. Now we are going to make a double crochet in this next stitch. Remember, this chain 3 counts as a double crochet, so we are not going to work into the first stitch. Into the second stitch, into the top of the stitch, we have made a double crochet. We are going to go to the third stitch and make a double crochet in it as well. Now we will begin the repeat pattern, which is the same as the scarf. So we are going to begin the repeat pattern of row 3. Skip this next stitch and double crochet in the next. All the chain 1 spaces are going to count as a stitch. So skip the space, double crochet in the next. Double crochet in the next 5. So double crochet in the space 1, in the double crochet 2, in the space 3, in the double crochet 4, in the space 5. And now we have reached the peak. So we are going to make 5 double crochets in the same stitch. So in this next double crochet, which is our peak, we are making 5 double crochet. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. And now we are going to continue along this side. So we are going to make a double crochet in the next 6 stitches. Double crochet in the chain 1 space 1, in the double crochet 2, in the chain 1 space 3, in the double crochet 4, in the chain 1 space 5, and in the double crochet 6. After this, we are going to skip the next stitch, which is a chain 1 stitch, double crochet into the next. do it again. We're going to skip the next and double crochet into the next. We can see we have 2 stitches left at the end, this double crochet and the chain 3. We're going to double crochet in the double crochet and double crochet in the third chain of the chain 3. First chain, second chain, and on the top is the third chain. So make sure you enter the chain. Now we are going to repeat row 2 and row 3 3 more times. So at the end, counting from the first row, we are going to have 9 in all. Repeat row 2 and row 3 till we have 9 rows in all, counting from the first row. I've finished making my pocket. Now we are going to work a border for it. So basically this is what our pocket looks like. This is our last row, and when we turn it, this is the right way, and we will attach the pocket like this. But first, let us make the border for it. So we are going to start the border. Move downwards like this, then go like this, go upwards, and then come back to the start of the round. So I've turned my pocket sideways. We are going to begin with a chain 1. Now we are going to make 2 single crochet at the side of this first row. 1 and 2. At the side of the next row, we are going to make 2 single crochet. So continue till you reach the corner here. In the corner stitch where the slip stitches, we are going to make 2 single crochet. 1 and 2. Now we will turn the work. Tighten the slip knot. Single crochet in the next stitch. Single crochet in the next. Continue to single crochet till we reach the center here. So the chains that we had skipped are going to count as a stitch. So now I have reached the center. I have made a single crochet here, and this is where we have a 5 double crochet in this chain. Just skip over this and single crochet in the next. And now continue making 1 single crochet in every chain till the end here. So I've reached the end, and this is the chain 3 or the turning stitch. So I'm going to make 2 single crochet in the corner here. So now I'll turn my work, make 2 single crochets at the side of every row. Once I reach here, I'm going to make 2 single crochets in the corner stitch. So I made 2 single crochet at the side of this row, and this is my third chain. So this is the first double crochet, this is my chain, and in the third chain, I'm going to make 2 single crochet. Now I'm going to turn my work, make single crochet till I reach here. So I've reached the center of the peak, and in this stitch we are going to make 2 single crochet in the same stitch. So I've made 1, go back to the same, make another. Now continue making 1 single crochet in all the stitches till we reach the end of the round. At the end of the round, just like the scarf, we are going to join by a slip stitch to this first single crochet. So insert your hook below both the loops of the V, yarn over and pull through, and then pull through the loop on the hook. We are going to leave about 5 inches of the yarn, cut it and pull out a loop. So weave in any extra ends, and we are going to make another pocket in exactly the same way as the first. So I will meet you once we finish. So now we are going to attach the pocket. So I've already pinned it on. You're going to decide exactly where you want your pocket and pin the bottom and the top. To begin sewing the pocket at this point, move downwards, move like this, and then move upwards. So the pocket is going to remain open on the top. So I've pinned it on 2 sides. We're going to follow a line of double crochets like this. You'll follow this row of double crochets, follow this row of double crochets, and follow the double crochets up so that we sew the pocket straight. To sew the pocket, we are going to take a 25 to 30 inch piece of yarn. So I've turned it a little bit, and now from the back, I'm just going to insert my needle so that it comes out to the front of the pocket here. Leave a small tail at the back. We're going to weave that in later. So now I'm going to insert the needle into the pocket and the shawl, and then come out from the shawl to the pocket. Tug on the needle. So you're going to sew small stitches on the front and you can make larger stitches on the back. So continue in the same way till you go all around and reach this side. After we attach the pocket on all sides, once we reach here, we are going to weave the yarn tail in. Weave the yarn tail in on this side as well. In the same way as this first pocket, we are going to attach the second pocket as well. Your pocket scarf is now ready to wear. Thank you so much for watching. Here are some similar tutorials you may enjoy.